The views and opinions expressed on this show are solely that of the comedians featured on this program and does not necessarily reflect the views of KTVU Channel 2 or parent company Fox. The show is uncensored, and you may hear topics and language meant for a mature audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
Dude, you really can't say anything on this, huh?
You can. No, you certainly can. My bosses have said, make the show spicy. And I'm like, oh, we'll make it spicy. How's it going, everybody? And welcome to Like It or Not Late Night. I'm Jason Toops. I am your host. I got three comics standing by. We're going to get into all sorts of fun subjects, such as the Saudi Arabian Comedy Festival and the blowback from that. We're going to get comedians' opinion on this thing. Plus, we're going to talk about the Diddy trial and the sentencing. Are we on board with this? And then finally, we're going to have fun. We're going to talk about the Guinness Book of World Records. We're going to talk about beer snobs. We're going to talk In-N-Out Burger. And then also this penis museum in Iceland. Yeah, keep it here. It's Like It or Not Late Night starts right now. All right, let's go ahead and get this show started. I want to introduce you to our comedians. First, this comic. He's a very, very funny guy based out of Los Angeles, but you can see him all over the country. Wyatt Cote. Wyatt, how are you?
Oh, never better, boss. How are you?
Very good, very good. This next comic, you might have seen him on Comedy Central. Let's welcome in Ellis Rodriguez. Ellis, how are you?
What's up, dude? I haven't been day drinking, if that's what you're asking.
Well, the day's still
If
early,
that's
so
what you're
there you
insinuating.
go. If you want to have a drink, go right ahead. And then
I
our
think
next,
I might.
yeah,
Is that cool? Can we do that?
you can do that. I welcome it.
There goes Ellis's 24-hour chip.
Yeah, exactly. Sober October is officially over for Ellis Rodriguez. All right. And our next comic, she is the Bay Area's only stuttering stand-up comedian, and she's also absolutely hilarious and an author. Nina G. Nina, how are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, glad to have you. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get this show started. Our very first topic, a little bit of controversy in the comedy community. The Riyadi Comedy Festival just recently wrapped up in Saudi Arabia, where over 50 stand-up comedians, and they had an unbelievable roster. We had Dave Chappelle, Bill Burr, Tom Segura, and so many more on this lineup. But a lot of comedians in the comedy community and others are saying, hey, why are you out there performing in Saudi Arabia, a place that has been known to have human rights violations? Why? Let's start off with you. The Riyadh Comedy Festival, like it or not?
Well, I would like to start by saying I was actually just in Riyadh. I was out there to entertain the troops, the ISIS
Okay.
troops, but I was out there entertaining the U.S. troops. Before we get into the comedy, first off, the comedy is, one thing, but their drivers, worst I've ever seen in my life. Within 30 minutes of being there, I was like, I understand why these people pray 5 times a day,
Well, and can we just say one thing there? That they're all men, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, women can't drive. Worst drivers in the world. So there you go, everybody.
And that is a paradox because most accidents are caused by men. Over 60% of the accidents in the world are caused by men. So
100% of the car accidents are caused by men in Saudi Arabia. So there you go, Nina.
Yeah, actually, no, they did just start letting women drive there. So
thank God, thank God.
Maybe that's another reason
2025,
people are
about time.
backing out.
We have robot vehicles who can drive themselves, but finally women get a chance behind the wheel there.
Yeah, so I was there, but it was to perform for U.S. troops, so I didn't get any blowback for it. But
did you think that the blowback for some of these comedians were a little like out of hand, or do you feel like it's?
I mean, what's the worst anybody got? Like, everybody's discussing it, but is anybody? I heard anybody to get canceled, or they're just getting called out on it, right?
Yeah, for the most part, that's what. Some comedians have defended it. Bill Burr said, hey, listen, this is, I had a great time. What people perceive of this place is not correct. Then you had Dave Chappelle recently saying, hey, listen, this is one of the only places I feel free.
And they handed him a
stuff.
bag, right?
Yeah. And
they handed him a bag.
Yep. All the comedians got paid.
I heard 1.6 million. I'm sorry, Jay.
No, absolutely. We're talking 6 figures to very healthy 7 figures for comedians. Kevin Hart, I heard, in the $2 million range. So, yeah,
Yeah.
you can see a reason why some of these comedians took that money.
You couldn't
Yeah.
talk about politics, sex, or drugs, so it's pretty much just like performing in Utah.
Right.
Well, and
Yeah.
I think like the only thing that they couldn't do is royal family and 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 also religion.
Religion.
That was it. And so to me, like it's really interesting to think about like I mean, probably we all kind of think that comedy can move cultural change
That's a
and
great
that
point.
is this an exchange of ideas and like when the and you guys are much younger than me even though I look very young especially with the YouTube filter on but in the 80s Billy Joel went to the USSR and he played there and like how can art change how people think about things and is that worth it and is that part of this conversation especially after we just saw the whole thing with freedom of speech.
Yeah, and now there's no more USSR, so maybe
Billy
it's because
Joel
of
did.
Billy. Yeah. But my question is, I know this guy's got what, Kevin Hart 2 million or something,
Yeah.
but it's I know none of us would turn down that kind of money, but what's that to Kevin Hart? That would be like one of us performing for 4 drink tickets instead of 2, you know?
Yeah.
The only thing for me about it is like I listen to a lot of Burr, and he's a little bit more nuanced than that. I
For
think
sure.
he's been said a couple of things about Arab people in general. That just that he's kind of trying to cross platforms and stuff like that. And that's kind of why I like Bill Burr because I don't agree with everything he fucking says. So
Yeah.
it kind of makes me trust the guy a little bit more. I raised my eyebrow on this, but I think it's hella funny. All these Shane Gillis, maybe not,
Yeah.
but all these comics running their mouth about how they wouldn't have done it,
Yeah.
but nobody asked you.
Well,
Good
they
point.
did
No,
ask
no, this is
Ms.
some of them, sure, but if nobody asked you, if you're ugly, you don't get credit for not cheating on your wife. Nobody wants you. You're just singing how cool you are that you wouldn't do it. But if
Yeah.
somebody walks up to you with a bag and goes, "Hey man, come out here and do these jokes," a lot of these same dudes would.
Yeah.
So Michelle Wolf was asked to do it, but she didn't, in part because she was pregnant. But she did do the jokes that she would have done there, and they're pretty funny if you guys want to go and check that out. So
I want to check them out.
I was very impressed, and she wasn't sure she would have.
Did she do it in a burqa?
Yeah, that's one of the things she
I saw a lot of I saw all the burkas there and all the groups of women and it made me wonder. I'm like, how often do one of these women go home with a different group than they came with?
Yeah.
Because everything's covered but their eyes. How often are they sitting there like, shit, this isn't the car I came in, is it?
How much buyer's remorse is there at the pickup bar? I get it.
Yeah. And then my tour manager out there was like, these women in the Middle East have this beautiful skin. I have to ask what their skincare routine is. And I was like, it's a burqa, okay?
Right.
You would have great skin too if you'd never seen the sun before.
My esthetician would love for me to be on that because she yells at me all the time for my Italian skin soaking up the sun. So, there are pros and cons about everything.
Here's the other thing that I find kind of interesting about this whole scandal is like there's this idea that, well, how dare you take blood money from Saudi Arabia? You don't know what these people done. But isn't there blood money in all
before you start with
entertainment?
that, Pete Davidson was on the festival, right?
That
Yeah.
was crazy.
And for you guys who might not know, Pete Davidson's father was a firefighter that was killed on 9/11. And 9/11, obviously, a number of the hijackers came from Saudi Arabia and had ties to the Saudi government. So, yeah, for Pete Davidson, I think that was a very kind of interesting take. He did the Theo Vaughn podcast last week and kind of dismissed it. So, I mean, that guy's cashing out.
Goes to show no matter what level we get to, we'll never not be desperate for gigs, you guys.
I it seems like that's very true in comedy circles. When somebody like kicks the bucket in comedy, they're like, okay, what were their dates? And have my agent call those clubs.
Yeah.
We have such a bigger voice online that now like everybody in society's turning to us for our every comedian's got to take on politics now. There used
Yeah,
to be two or three politic guys. Now everybody's got these big swaths about Palestine and everybody's got an opinion about everything instead of just trying to be funny.
yeah,
And it's like, I don't know if these guys if you're making up your mind about how you feel about Saudi Arabia because of what the comedians said, much less where they did it.
yeah,
Like I think you're taking us out of what we were supposed to do. We're just supposed to, hopefully you learn something or you enjoy but we're trying to make you laugh, dude. Who gives a shit?
yeah, yeah. Let me ask you guys this question. Would you, if you were offered an opportunity like that, would you take it and perform
No,
at a festival like that?
absolutely not. I would never do that. That is crazy, bro. Never,
You won't even do the
never.
Sacramento Comedy Festival
I
anymore, is that right?
not if it's blood money, man. Not if they're killing reporters in the streets, dude. I'd be like, I wouldn't mind going there to perform for the troops too, because I'm surrounded by Marines, man. I am not going there. And then you say something crazy on stage, and then, so apparently it didn't happen. But if you told me not to say something, I would say it. I would
Yeah,
immediately, everything in my being would immediately, they didn't invite Hassan,
yeah.
like,
Then you wouldn't come back, and I'd be like, "What are Ellis's tour
Yeah,
dates?
right.
I need another bald guy to fill in."
Yeah,
Nina,
I would.
would you go over there? Would you perform
I,
in
you know,
Saudi Arabia?
I mean,
Your skin will look great.
I know, right? Yeah, no, I think like from a disability activism point of view, like I would love to like sometimes I'm like, I really want this audience to hear what I have to say. But then like considering all aspects of it, like you'd have to do that. And I just don't know if I feel good about it. And sometimes like I'm like, oh, that it's that gig. I feel bad about this thing, so I'm going to give money to this thing. And like there like I the Catholic guilt is definitely still in me. So I'm sure that all of the Saudi comics are totally pissed that Americans are coming in and taking their jobs and
That's a great point. I never thought about that. Yeah.
yeah. Because there's like very few comics there. I'm sure if like comedy's new because around different country countries, comedy's new. The pool is very small. People get famous very quickly. It's like it's like what we were in the early '80s. And yeah, I'm sure they're all pissed.
Yeah, I know. What Kevin Hart got offered 2 million, but I'm sure they had a local feature that they paid $100 to. So
Yeah.
I'm just waiting
Well,
for a
warm up
comedy
guy.
mothership to open up there. I mean, I'll
Good
know. Yeah,
God, Jace.
you know, I'll know. I'll really know if they've really hit the mark. If we've actually sold out the soul of comedy when we have Kill Tony Riyadh,
Yeah. And you know it
beheadings
would be
if you
fire,
bomb.
bro. You know
That's
it would
really
be
what it is.
fire. You know it would be.
All right, let's go ahead and get to our next subject. P. Diddy, he got sentenced last week, getting sentenced to 4 years in jail for his crimes from the freak off parties related to some of the other incidences that were caused. Guys, I'm sure you were following the trial like I was. Did you feel like the sentence of 4 years? Some people are saying it was way too much. Other people are saying it's not enough. But where you guys stand on this? Do you like the sentencing, like it or not, the P. Diddy sentencing? Let's start with you, Ellis.
I would like to listen to some Diddy tracks in 4 years. You know what I mean? Like he's setting it out. This guy has to sit down and go out. I I
The Jail album? You're buying the Jail
yeah,
album.
right. I do not understand how he only got 4 years.
Yeah.
I really don't. I'm appalled, flabbergasted. Like it's crazy. Just I saw that one video
Yeah.
of him. That is like I was
The
like, this
hotel
guy's
video.
done
Yeah.
for life. And I feel like whoever ran the case against him, they screwed up, dude.
Yeah.
This should have been a
Or
slam dunk. They didn't deny any of the facts. They just talk, and now he's out and in 4 years. He gets to keep all his money. That's crazy. And like
Yeah.
I want to see in 10, 20 years or whatever when he tried to make his comeback. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because he's done, right? He's
Well,
done. He
maybe.
can't make anything else. He get like, I don't know. Yeah,
Well,
I don't know
and
why
the
anybody would
whole
ever
thing
wear Sean John.
is that if you're that rich, you can afford a lawyer who
Yeah.
can do all of this.
Yeah.
And I think, that's kind of the injustice about our courts is you hire someone and you're rich, it's going to be
Hmm.
like this.
And I do
Now
like that it
that guy had
says it
Mark
is
Garagos. You know, Mark
right.
Mark doesn't come cheap. You know, that guy's pretty good.
I
So
think it's a positive for our country that he got because he's black. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like he was living the dream, dude. If you're rich enough, it doesn't matter. Like that's a positive for us.
can you imagine what R. Kelly was going through? R. Kelly got 30 years. Harvey Weinstein got 23. Both those guys are
Ooh.
sitting in prison right now going, 4? What the fuck?
Diddy should
Yeah.
get 5 years for his music alone.
Yeah.
I mean, I here's what I've always wondered. The first, if you could tell by my white background, I'm actually in a cell with Diddy right now. Um, what I've always wondered, this is what always intrigues me about celebrities in prison, okay? Imagine you've been in prison for like 10, 15 years, and one day they're just like, you have a new cellmate, and you're like, yo, Diddy? You know, like you're just sitting in prison, and then all of a sudden OJ's next to you.
Yeah.
Like, like, how do prisoners react? Like, what do you think the prison culture goes to when Diddy's just, I mean, is he just in the normal prison population?
I believe he's
No.
I would assume that he would probably get some special protection a little bit, but I just want to be on his commissary so I can just gift him boxes of lube and
Yeah.
baby oil every month, you know, and just kind of
You know,
see that reaction.
Right.
Really?
Because they're
Is
not
that what
making
he's trading cigarettes for?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Nina. What's your thoughts? What's your opinion on this? Did you follow the trial?
And no,
Did you think?
I haven't followed it all that closely, so like I don't know. But rich people usually get lesser of a sentence, so there's that. So and yeah, I know, and now I'm fascinated by the idea of like the cellmate,
Yeah,
like because you have to have someone in there, or else it's isolation. And I think there's like ethical issues with that because that drives you nuts. So I I really want to know this now, and I really want to know who those people are. And I really want them to write a book, and I just want to see that in like a TV show. I want to see that in a movie. So yeah, that's fascinating.
they should
yeah.
all go to a special celebrity prison, and then we could make that a reality show.
Ooh, there
They
you
did
Yes.
it to
go.
us. We already had to experience that. We should do it
Yes.
back to them.
Hello,
I know.
Fox.
Every
I
time I
got an
look at
idea for a new show. It's yeah, no, it's a hit. Are you afraid? America's Next Top Prisoner. Yes.
He's
yes.
already in for VH1. I mean,
They win time off
Well,
their service for like I think every time I look at him, does he look just like greasy to me now?
Well, he got
You know,
gray. That was the whole thing. Like he aged out so, but like his they don't have any photographs of him, but they have a
right.
sketch artist, the worst sketch artist on the
Yeah.
planet. Let's all
They
like kind
captured his
of bring some
soul
attention
though.
to that.
They
Yeah, this sketch
captured his
artist, I have
vibe.
no idea. And he went from the start of the trial with like, nice groomed black hair and stuff like that. Next thing you know, he's just looking like Uncle Rufus with the like patches of gray and stuff.
yeah, it's
And
like
yeah,
Sketch artist has Parkinson's.
Barack Obama before and after being president photos.
very,
Yeah.
very similar. Very similar. Yeah,
But
I think he's trying to make himself a little unfuckable when he's in prison, you know?
yeah, in the words of Forgetting Sarah Marshall, where he's going, he'll need to know how to masturbate.
Oh man.
I
I
think it's
just
crazy though.
envision
After these cats all get caught on these stuff, when you look at old pictures of them, they just come across totally different to me now.
yeah.
Any old picture of him, it just looks gross and demented and just slimy. You know,
Yeah.
like where's Mace in all this?
I looked up his charges. One of the charges was racketeering, which is I still don't even know what that means, but I think it's my favorite word, racketeer. Racketeers. That sounds like a band. You
It
know,
does sound like a band,
it
or
sounds
the
like
Musketeers.
what my elderly neighbor says to me when I'm making noise with my friends. Quit all the racketeering over there.
Or it's a tennis groupie.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a crime.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
sound like a crime. I
Well,
mean,
and
it's a crime against pickleball.
It sounds
it,
fun.
it,
A
it,
racketeer.
that is what they do when they can't get you on the thing that they want to get you on. Like this is what they did to like Gotti and and the guys in the mob was they went in that way first.
Yeah,
So,
tax evasion charges when you're wanted for murder. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. No, it's going to be really interesting when Diddy
Oh,
comes out. Like, is he going to be a spokesperson, again? Is he going to be like,
no
who's
way. And also, who was on the list?
that's the other
They went
thing.
through hundreds of videos, and it's just like the Epstein thing. Like, where's the fucking list? There was all these names in Hollywood. It was going to take down the entire entertainment industry, and then now it's like, I give him 4 years, and then it all goes away. Who else is on these tapes?
The
Yeah.
Olsen twins are safe, Ellis. That's all I got to say.
Maybe Jared from Subway.
Yes, dude, they were dropping crazy names of people that were at some of these parties
Hey,
or
man,
whatever.
Britney Spears' testimony is not going to stand up in court. That's all I got to know.
Brittany can't stand up in court.
No, she
She's a
can't.
poor woman. She needs help.
She does need help.
Someone should adopt her and take her. Like she was better off before.
Did
We
you
freed
guys
her.
hear about the rumor that he had sex with the dad from Family Matters?
yeah, I had heard that. That's the one thing I did hear.
Yes.
Wait, who did?
Nutted on his back and said, "Did
Diddy.
I do that?"
Steve Urkel.
Carl Winslow got plowed by Diddy,
Loud.
allegedly. But yeah, no, that's I think the actor has denied it, but yeah, no, that's the one that I was like, wow. Okay then.
Wow.
You really can't say anything on this, huh?
You can. No, you certainly can. My bosses have said make the show spicy, and I'm like, "Oh, we'll make it spicy." So. All right, let's
That's
go ahead and
fine.
get to our next subject. The Guinness Book of World Records recently recognized the longest beard
I'm so
braid.
confused about this. Like,
Yeah,
so somebody else had a longer beard, but if they
beard
just
braid.
braided it, but what if they braided it? Wouldn't they have the longest beard
That's a good
braid?
point. No, yeah, that's a
Like,
good
why are
point.
these two
No,
different categories?
I just think they just start making up their own things right now. But apparently, this guy
Right.
grew out a beard, braided it. It's 3.5 feet long, a new Guinness Book of World Record. But what
Somebody's
you guys?
compensating.
Yeah. Oh, good point. What's your guys' take on this record, but also just the Guinness Book of World Records? Do you like this thing, like it or not? Nina, let's start out with you. Guinness
I
Book of World
mean,
Records, like it or not?
I'm a child of 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 the 1980s, and
Yes.
like that was I think that the 70s and the 80s were a peak time for the Guinness Book of World Records, and like we would go through, me and my brother would go through, and like, oh, are the two guys on the bike still on there? Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah.
the they are still in it. And like these would be big things where like evil Knievel is gonna jump this thing and do a world's record. Now it just seems like everybody feels like they can do their own thing, and if they catch the algorithm, it does all the same things that it would have done in the 1980s, but it doesn't mean anything because it's like it was an official, so it was a certificate of authenticity that this thing happened. Now you can just do it, and the kid throws a golf ball and it goes through a bunch of things, and he gets a gazillion hits,
Yeah.
and you don't need this anymore. So that's what
I'm
I'm
with
He's
you,
thinking.
like
Nina.
kids these days and their damn Guinness World
Yeah,
Records.
it doesn't mean anything anymore. Not
Back
like when
in
I was
my
a kid,
day,
it meant something.
But
Yeah.
would
darn
say.
No.
racketeering.
Yeah. No,
All the
Nina,
racket.
you're absolutely right. I mean, there's so many made up categories nowadays that I just feel
You're
like
all
it's
wrong.
insane.
You're crazy, Jason.
Well, they used to be
You're
fun. They used to be like,
they're
okay, the
still fun.
fattest person, tallest person. Like you were just like
Yeah.
wondering who's gonna be the next on that. But like now they got like the weirdest categories. The loudest burp.
Yep.
I
How do you
think they
But
prepare
might
see,
for
have that.
that?
It was this big. It's a
bro.
bowl was this big.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it cut down everything. It was
Yeah.
like I believe that its longest beard has probably been on there forever.
Dude, you're sleeping on. Yeah.
That kind of nonsense.
The loudest burp guy I think was sitting behind me at Golden Corral last
Yeah.
night. Uh,
There,
You're
that's
you're
a
sleeping on world. But they always be like they'll say cheetahs can run between this speed and this speed. So they clocked some slow ass cheetah, and they were like, man, sometimes they only go 45. And then they
Yeah.
clocked the fastest one, and then we do it every 4 years. We get all the humans together, and they run 100 yards, and then we go, this is the fastest human being ever. It's a useless fucking skill. Okay, this guy can put a ball in a hoop. That is a useless skill. But if they turn a game around it, right? Then human beings have done this, and like all these people have these stupid skills too. The loudest burp, like let's recognize like greatness in all humans for whatever random thing that they did. Like I think we're just celebrating like all of the
Mediocrity.
peaks,
Yeah.
not mediocrity. Like this guy's like, or like this guy's the fastest and this guy's the strongest, but who's got the
Okay.
loudest burp?
Actual
Who's got the
achievement.
biggest? Who's got the biggest dick? Like who?
he's in
Who
this chat.
can fit the most Legos in a car? Like, yeah, you
He's the
damn
only one
right.
in this. He's the only one in this Zoom
Right.
meeting that can't grow facial hair.
What
No,
if, yeah,
I-
what if this guy's got a huge cock? And like, don't you want to know who in the world holds the record for the biggest cock and balls? Like, that's worth knowing.
That's the Guinness
You
Book
know?
of World Record late
Well,
night
there,
book.
there is,
Yeah.
and I've been there. There is a museum in Iceland that is dedicated just to dicks. Like it's all
Whoa.
penises of every single kind, and they have them.
Nice.
And at the end, you see one guy's dick that it was an infamous dick.
Wow.
All
Yeah.
these women, and it was big, and it's
Are you gonna donate,
like a
Wyatt?
brain.
if you're wondering why Nina's a Gold Star member on Icelandic Airlines,
Oh, it was my first stop. It was my first stop. I got a T-shirt and a magnet, and I went there with my brother-in-law. So it was interesting.
Is there a tryout? Like, could I be honored to be at, like, what does it take to be at this museum?
Yeah,
You
I mean,
know?
well, you have to make your mark in the big dick world. So I think that's part of it. And also I need to say this. It's just not all about the big dick. It was about all penises. All penises
Mm.
had a place in there, but I think the human penises that you saw were mostly on the
Yeah.
larger size.
Okay.
I was gonna say, do they have the curviest? Because then I might have a shot.
Yeah, if they got a micro section, mine's like a Christmas light, you know?
Yeah. Do they have a most average? Because
You know,
Do they have-
you could probably go and measure yourself against like a hummingbird one and a whale one. Like they had just everything. So, you could see what you relate to the most.
yeah, I'm gonna say I'm somewhere between hummingbird and whale. So that's
Oh,
when ladies ask me how big, that's the scale I give them. I'm between hummingbird and whale. So
I just want to see the wall of holes, you know?
yeah.
No, it's the opposite. It was full on dicks that were on the wall. And the best part was that the person who started the museum, he did the audio tour, and like this was done a long time ago, and he just had this really like this very flat as it's this very flat voice with a slight Icelandic accent, and it was just the funniest thing ever. So
And he
if you
loved
ever
dicks.
go,
But
get
what was the
audio
purpose?
tour.
What was the purpose though? He's just like, I love dicks and everyone should
Well,
see them.
I think he had a collection because it's a photo of him is he's on the phone and it's a dick phone. Um, so that I think it's very telling. I think he had a collection and people just started to give him more and more.
More and more dicks. They're just like, this
I,
guy
A,
loves
a
the
wall of
dick.
dicks. That's the most complicated American Ninja stage I've ever seen. Just
I think I would talk like that guy too if I was surrounded by dicks bigger than mine all day. So,
Yeah.
but
all right, let's go ahead and switch it up to our next subject. In-N-Out Burger recently was named the best fast food burger in America. Are we on board with In-N-Out Burger? It's a California staple. Everybody in the Bay Area, there's lines out the door for it. But would you agree? You've all of you been nationally, international. Would you say it's the best fast food burger? Let's start off with you, Wyatt. Your thoughts, like it or not? In-N-Out, best fast food burger?
I would absolutely say it's the best fast food. What a burger could never.
Okay.
And I think, well, here's the thing. I think it's on the price index the best. Because their combo is like $11 for. It's like
Yeah.
the only place you can get a meal on like a lunch under $15 now,
Yeah.
and
But
it's
you're
like
gonna
a
spend 30 in gas waiting in the drive-through though.
yeah. This is why I got an electric car, Jason. All right,
Okay,
it's called
good to know.
thinking ahead. But yeah, I think Shake Shack I would say is up there, but it's like, oh my god, it's like $20, $25 for a combo with Shake Shack.
Yeah. Nina, what's your thoughts? Like it or not?
I mean, I'm not super into hamburgers because I like good food. So there is that. And like if I'm gonna eat a burger, it's gonna be at the Neon
Nations?
Pig in Mississippi, which is like the best hamburger ever, ever, ever. So
Okay.
I just don't eat anything. Um, it, in spite of what you may have heard at the Penis Museum. But I do like the fact that they have a secret menu. Like that to me is very exciting, although I think their fries suck. So those are
Yeah.
all my thoughts about that.
Yeah.
You gotta get the fries right away. As soon as they get warm, they're gross.
Yeah. The,
Yeah.
the the fries are trash. I mean, that's what disqualifies them for me being named the best fast food burger. All right, last subject, guys. Beer snobs. We've interacted at breweries. I've gone to many breweries, and you find that one guy that's in the group, and he just like, well, this IPA doesn't smell right or taste right, or oh, this Pilsner. What do you guys feel like about beer snobs? Like it or not, breweries and these complicated menus and just these beer snobs taking it to the next level. Nina, let's start with you. Beer snobs, like it or not?
I mean, I don't really drink beer. Like I'll have a boysenberry beer like once every 5 years. So like
Okay.
it's a beer part. Like I don't care. But I think snobs of like any kind, like is there a difference between nerds and snobs? And I think we need to differentiate that. Like I think
Yeah.
nerds are okay, snobs are not.
Yeah.
Um, so that's snobs of any kind are bad.
I'm with you.
The
Ellis,
fine
what's your
line.
thoughts?
I like beer snobs. I think they are adorable. I think it's really funny. Like the whole point of drinking beer is you're not a wine snob. You're just
Yeah.
some schmuck drinking a pilsner, like you said. So just drink the bit. No one's drinking there like, oh, I'm smelling hints of I don't know, white male mediocrity. There are so many breweries in Sacramento, and they all have an IPA
Yeah.
and a double IPA and a triple IPA. It's like that. It's the
Yeah.
only beer they all know how to make. They all watch the same YouTube video and then just opened up a brewery. It's insane. And if you're drinking beer and you like the beer and you can taste the difference, good for you.
Yeah.
But if you got your pinky up and you're missing the whole point, bruh.
Yeah.
You're missing the whole point.
Yeah, IPAs just taste terrible. I mean, they're just the worst. I mean, it's like bong water mixed with coconut water. It's just not right.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Give me a Guinness, man. Give me a
Yeah,
That's
a
a meal
nice stout.
replacement. You can do two
Yeah.
of those and the dinner, and you're good for the day.
Wyatt, what's your thoughts on this? Beer snobs?
First off, when I was a teenager using a fake ID, I didn't know it was called an IPA, so I ordered the IPA one time
Yeah.
when I was 19.
You thought
And
it was a Greek beer.
yeah, I was like, let me get the Stone IPA. And they were
Yeah.
like, they arrested me on the spot. So, no, I wonder if Gen Z in 10, 20 years, are they going to be hard seltzer snobs?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like,
yeah.
is this kiwi strawberry seltzer pairing properly with my passion fruit vape?
Yes.
Instead of, move
Yeah.
over wine and cigars, it's time for, it's time for seltzer and electronic cigarettes. So,
Vape and
uh,
sip.
yeah, so we're going to sit here and drink seltzers and smoke our flash drives. So,
All right. Well, let's go ahead and wrap
see.
this up then on that note. Before we get out of here, all you guys give a plug to if you got any future upcoming dates or where people can find you on the internet. Nina, let's start with you. Where can people find you?
I can be found at ninagcomedian.com, and from there you can look at my many books that are for sale, and as well as my special, Stutter Interrupted, which is the same name as one of my books, and that's free on YouTube, or you can pay Amazon.
Oh, that's great. Wyatt, what about you? Where can people find you?
Let's see. I'm headlining the Comedy Catch in Chattanooga weekend after next, the 17th and the 18th. But assuming if you're in the Bay Area, the next time I'm up there is November 11th. I'm headlining Barrel Proof in Santa Rosa.
Great.
And you can find my Instagram at badguyyy. So it's bad guy and then WYWY.
Perfect. And finally, Ellis, where can people find you and what some upcoming dates you got?
My name's Ellis Rodriguez. You can find me everywhere. Comedians are sold at Ellis Rodriguez. You can also Venmo me money at Ellis Rodriguez -2 because there's some other idiot named Ellis Rodriguez taking my money. And then October 19th, I'm in the city. I'm gonna be playing. Come to all my socials for my dates, but I'm gonna be in San Francisco October 19th at the Fame venue with something called the Deplorables of Comedy.
Well, you're anything but deplorable. You're a great
Thanks,
person.
Stan.
So, all right.
Tell
Well,
my
this has
mom.
been another episode of Like It or Not Late Night. I've been your host, Jason Toops. I hope you guys all come back very, very soon. Good night, everybody.
See you guys in Saudi Arabia next year.
Woohoo! North Korea, here I come.